King, don't that small one hurt Thuft. Thuft's still useful. Thuft know what happened last time on the Incorrigible party. So you follow another few miles here, an hour or two, and you follow the riverbed to this large opening in the side of one of these hills. Now all of you hear this shuffling and movement as this humanoid figure just steps right over the dam and plummets to the ground around you. So Britt and Brendal kind of come to the same conclusion as a little, or it's actually easy, I should say, to discern the wounds that you guys inflicted onto these things compared to wounds that were previously suffered, as you do spot on each of them like stab wounds that have seemed to turn the same kind of gangrenous black and green that the wound on the rabbit had turned once exposed to the black slime.
It looks like where he got hit. Gozer, didn't you get hit? Where'd you get hit?
Gozer got hit. I'm going to pull my furs aside to look at my shoulder. Gozer got hit here.
Your skin seems to be fine.
What happened to my Thuft?
Thuft don't feel so good. Thuft say, let's continue the adventure.
He's got the disease.
What disease?
The same thing those other things had.
The fever.
Fix him.
Alright, I pull out my scimitar, and I walk over, or scimitar, shit. What did I say? I got a cutlass. Pull out my cutlass. Pull out my cutlass and walk over to him.
I'm going to get between you and him, and you're not going to... No sword.
You said fix him. The only way to fix him is to kill him. He's gonna get all of us killed.
No, heal him.
I don't have any way to heal him. Give him your potion. Maybe that'll help.
Okay, I'm going to take out one of my health potions and give it to him.
Brendal, have you ever seen anything like this?
Why, no, I haven't. Perhaps with some time I could concoct something. Why don't we... Perhaps we should stop and I can take a few minutes to inspect the wound and maybe figure something out.
Oh, hold off. Don't give him the potion yet. Let Brendal do something. Save your potion.
Yeah, he might know what's going on. He might have a potion.
So Brendal kind of makes his own medicine check here. Takes 5 or 10 minutes to inspect Thuft, and he kind of takes another empty flask from his bag and holds it up to one of these boils on Thuft's skin and kind of like lances it and like pops it and whatever the pus and stuff into his flask, and he corks it up. He's like, I don't know how much time it will take, but I will do my best.
Do it now.
Well, it could be a few hours.
Do it.
That's fine. Take your time. Let's keep an eye on Thuft here, and if he starts acting crazy, let's kill him.
No kill Thuft.
There really is no guarantee this will work. I mean, I really have no idea what's afflicting him.
Stop talking. Make potion.
Okay, of course. And he kind of, dives in his bag and pulls out a little alchemist kit. It's like, you picture like a picture book. He like pulls out this thin like wooden board and with two like flaps, and unflaps them in like a Erlenmeyer flask and like a little like cup of incendiary ashes. So, he can start like a quick fire and boil some stuff as he gets to work. Thuft kind of sits down and Thuft really warm. Thuft warm, and you can see like he's kind of starting to sweat. And
I'm pull my shirt up over my nose and go, sit over there. Go about 60 feet over that way.
No, sit here.
Gozer?
Sit here, Thuft.
Gozer? This is not something you're not familiar with. You could die from this. Now move Thuft over there so we don't die. And I
you
pull
move over there.
I pull out my cutlass and go, this is not something I'm going to joke around with, Gozer.
You move. Thuft
don't want King. Thuft don't want King get sick. Thuft walk over there. And he kind of retreats the 60 or so feet away.
I'm going to stare at Gozer with my cutlass out.
Gozer's not paying any attention to you. She's only watching Thuft and looking at Brendal.
And I'm going to stare at you for a minute.
Yeah, Bryn's just watching Brendal, like, trying to learn a few things. I don't know.
I'll sheath it and move back.
And Brendal sits down and he gets to work. An hour passes.
Can I take a 1 hour short rest while this is going on?
Yeah, if anybody would like to take a short rest, you absolutely can.
I will.
No need to rest if you haven't got hit. If you
I can
got
recover
them
spell
skills.
slots.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so those that want to spend any hit dice, falls of your arcane recovery can kick in. 2 hours pass, and Brendal's still kind of working away and kind of holds up, this kind of bluish green, like almost more turquoise kind of concoction. He takes a sip from it, spits it out, and kind of, shakes his head as he's kind of in his own head, kind of getting to work. And Thuft is clearly broken out into a fever, and he's just kind of, he's shivering, and then he's hot, and then he's cold, and a third hour goes by, and Gozer, you start to kind of itch at your wound, and if revealing it for you,
man.
you see the same type of boils break out.
Gozer itchy.
Gozer, go sit by Thuft.
So Gozer, your charisma is reduced by 4, and your constitution is reduced by 3.
Ouch.
Glad we stopped, eh?
Yeah, go sit by your buddy.
Yeah, you guys go sit. Sing songs, rock back and forth, cradle your baby Thuft while you still have him.
I'm not listening to you at all.
You're not moving?
Yeah, I'll go sit by Thuft, but I'm not listening to you guys at all. I'm a little concerned with what's going on with my arm.
And Gozer, you start to feel feverish, and your extremities kind of like this strange tingle just kind of spreading throughout your arms and legs and all the way down to your fingertips and the bottom of your feet and your toes and kind of thing. Like, if you were like sitting on your hand for too long and it starts to fall asleep, that kind of like tingly.
I'm going to say to Falzarin and Bryn, hey, if this goes wrong, we're going to have to take them both out.
Yeah, I'm hoping and praying that doesn't happen, Shaft.
No, please, Shaft. No, I can figure this out. I just need time.
No, take your time.
I can give Gozer a good death.
We're going to give him a good death. That's right.
A good death, yeah.
Gozer don't feel good.
You're 60 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
so
can't hear.
I'm whispering in a way that you guys can't
And she
hear
already
it.
said, she's not listening. She doesn't feel
No, I said it loud enough so you guys could hear me. Gozer don't feel good.
I mean, we need to...
We're working on it, Gozy.
I mean, look, in 2 hours, look at what happened.
Did anyone else get hit?
This is going to go quick.
Gozer and Thuft, your symptoms, they're not like debilitating, but again, just your stats, those two stats, the charisma and the constitution, they're both heavily affected by this, whatever this disease is. And Brendal kind of takes about his fourth hour kind of mixing together things. Is, well, perhaps this can help. Maybe at least soothe the fever. I don't know what this disease is.
Well, go over there about 30 feet, lay the bottle down, and then come back to us, and they can come and pick it up.
He kind of sets it down, and actually he casts Mage Hand and moves Mage Hands this concoction 30 feet, the extent of his range.
Even better.
Try that, guys.
Drank all of it?
Well, I believe there's a full dose for each of you. So if you just take half of it and leave the rest for Thuft.
I have it. Give it to Thuft first. Let Thuft drink.
Okay. Thuft drinks half of it, and he keeps going.
And I take it back.
Okay. Thanks, King. I guess I feel better.
I'm just gonna wait and watch a second.
Okay. And no additional ill effects seem to come over him at all. But the tinglies are kind of going away in my hand.
Still hot?
Yeah, still kind of hot.
Throat's gone?
He kind of pulls back again, and the boils are still there.
Tingly's gone?
Yeah, kind of. Mostly.
Okay, I'll down the rest of the potion.
Okay. And yeah, you kind of feel the tingling sensation. It kind of subsides. None of your ability score impact is healed, but your fever does seem to, as yours is not quite as advanced as Thuft's is, but yours kind of, you do immediately get a sense of feeling better and not quite so sluggish.
Okay.
How'd that work?
Feel some better.
You good enough to walk?
Yes, gozer strong.
Okay, why don't you guys just lead the way here? I'll tell you if you're going off course, but you guys stay upwind of us. Or actually, I should say, downwind of us, but in front of us.
I was gonna give you a weird look because I don't understand what you're implying, but I will start walking.
Okay. I'll just, as we're going along, I'll just sort of guide them if they start going off into the, a little bit to the east too far.
Into the
or whatever.
light.
I'll just, I'll say, go a little bit more that way, that kind of thing. But keep them about 60 feet ahead of us.
So, Gozer, what is your new Constitution score now?
It is a 9, so it's a -1 modifier.
Okay, so you lose then. I believe your max is reduced by 5 then, right? You drop basically 1, or is it 10?
I have no idea.
Because it was 12 before, so that is a +1 modifier.
Yes.
And now it is a -1. So yeah, you drop 2 worth of modifiers. So your max is reduced by 10.
Okay.
As is Thuft's.
That hurts.
Yikes. That's brutal. Yeah, Thuft is that basically puts Thuft at half his life. Thuft has right. It basically undoes his level up. He has back to 11 total hit points. He is currently at 2 hit points.
Oh wow. Does he still look? Can I tell he still looks bad?
He looks pretty beat up.
I give Thuft health potion.
Are you asking?
He's still hurt. Thuft here, take health potion. And I'll give him one of my health potions.
Okay. He drinks it for really good. He gets
While we were waiting for Brendal, they each could have had a short rest.
Yes, that is true, though Gozer's symptoms only came about in the last hour.
I did
Thuft
short
could have,
rest
though.
in the first part of it, so
Okay, that's fine.
I'm at my new max.
As is Thuft. Oof, good thing he's got that brooch because his charisma is shit now.
Yeah, mine too.
So you guys want to keep going here?
Yeah, I think as long as they're marching forward.
Not much we can do.
Follow them.
Thuft feel better now?
Yeah. Thuft feel okay.
Gozer feel okay too.
Thuft doesn't want to get in another fight.
Fighting's good. Fighting fun.
Is this good death?
Sick. No good death.
So you guys can travel for another probably about 5 hours before you kind of hit your per diem of travel for the day.
Okay. So I'll be talking to these guys back here. I would say, did they get hit with a weapon or did they get something on them? Did you notice?
I don't remember.
I don't know if it was something that did they get the blood or something of that black goo on them, or was it just the damage?
Can we make a check to see what we remember seeing in the fight?
Sure, you can all make like a history check.
Got a 22.
13.
12.
Shaft, you recall you got hit. Shaft got hit. You all know that both Thuft and Gozer got hit by the drowned blades. Shaft, though, having been hit, you when you shrugged off when you made your con check,
Mm-hmm.
I think of that as you literally feel like something overcome you, almost like when you're choking back, vomiting, right? You're kind of stopping, so you're suppressing this strange feeling as your resolve kind of shows through. So you certainly know that you shrugged something off.
Okay, but my wound looks fine.
Yeah, your wound is not broken out into boils at all.
Is it tender, the area? I mean, other than the fact that it was slashed.
Nothing that seems out of the ordinary from an ordinary wound.
Okay.
Well, there's a pretty good chance we're not going to catch whatever they have, but I think we stay on the safe side and let them camp over there for the night, and keep them within visual shot here. But I don't know how comfortable if something was to overtake their minds and they go crazy on us, that wouldn't be good. What do you guys think?
Not sure what else we can do, really.
So how far did we get in the 5 hours? Like, are we close to this?
Yeah, so you guys are able to, in more of this flat terrain. So as you're progressing, keeping an eye out for any additional like cave openings on this northern side of these hills, you did not spot any more openings anywhere, and you are able to make it to nearly where the river would kind of come out on the other side of these hills.
Would we know that we're that close?
Yeah, you could judge the distance. Certainly the distance you traveled, yeah. You could tell you're within a couple miles of getting to the other side of this opening, basically. But now you have traveled close enough that you've come to basically more like an excess of water, kind of where you can clearly even see in kind of the slowly setting sun here at the end of this day, where this lake that kind of rests between Zexa and Pisces, and kind of southeast of Altenshik. Looking at a map, the body of water that you guys see currently from your vantage point is much larger than what is depicted as this lake being. As if, like, this dam is not just backing up this river, but it seems it's extended even into this valley between kind of the valley that's surrounded by these hills.
Like we'll see the tops of trees sticking out of the water.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of where, more like the tops of the hillsides too, right?
Okay. So the water has been pouring down into this lake, and it flows to the northeast to Pisces, and it also flows down to Port Randus, and it's just sort of flooded the area. So we can assume the water flows to Pisces, correct? From this lake.
The water would flow from Pisces.
Yes.
From Pisces.
Yeah, it's a north to south running river-ish.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Or like, yeah. So, Shaft, remember how we thought we might be able to find the other opening?
Yeah.
This is a lot of water. I don't know what your friend said about a cave, but...
Well, I don't think he's been here. He just told us what he had heard. So, maybe prior to this flooding, there was an easier way to get in here. So is the river that's flowing into the cave, is there still an area from the top of the cave down to the river, or does it look like it's totally covered?
He said we're a few miles away.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Yeah, you're not quite there yet.
Yeah, we'll just keep pressing on then. If there's any way, we'll go up in the hills if we need to.
Okay, so again, we're kind of hitting that 8 hours. So if you want to travel the additional hour to actually hit the entrance, it would just be one more con check to avoid exhaustion.
Gozer needs stop.
Yeah.
Thuft needs stop.
Do we see any traces of this black liquid?
You are not quite close enough to the water to make that out. You would have to travel a little closer. As the light is kind of getting low, and it's difficult to discern kind of amongst the shadows cast by the hills of the setting sun.
How far away, if say just Bren and I went, are we talking about an hour walk there, a couple hours there, and a couple hours back kind of thing?
Yeah, you could probably make the round trip in less than 2 hours.
Bren, you and I could go and just sort of stealthily stealthily move just to see through the mountains here. We can go at regular speed and come back. Let them know what we found. Let Gozer and Thuft and all those rest.
Yeah, I know Gozer and Thuft are in bad shape, so I don't mind going with you, no.
Alright, we'll do the sneaky like. So we say that to those guys, and we'll do our own little thing to try to suss out where the entrance might be.
Yeah, Brendal and I will stay here and keep an eye on these two, make sure they're all right.
Okay.
And Shaft and I just look at each other like, ha, right.
Yeah, I say we go.
Okay, and then so Brendal will sit down and start making another one of these concoctions, like a similar thing, like as it's been another few hours, as Thuft and goes, or maybe your fevers are kind of starting to creep back again, and so Brendal will continue to make you basically this like salve, right?
So this is where you take Shaft and I off mic because we're about to find the biggest treasure of our lives.
Only if that happens.
So Shaft and Bryn, you guys continue for this extra hour. So an hour kind of goes by, and once you make me a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Do I add anything to it or no?
Constitution.
Yeah, whatever your con bonus would be.
Oh, I don't have one, so 13.
Okay, you're both fine, as the DC is only 10, so you're good. So you kind of have the energy to keep pushing forward, and you make it to the other, basically the other opening of this cave. And as you get right up to it, you have to move more into the hills and up to gain elevation up over this water. And now that it's kind of almost lapping at your heels, you do see that the water here, what is now comprising of this much larger and overflowed lake, is also tainted with this black slime.
Can we see in the cave at all? Like, is
Yes,
there
absolutely.
any pathway visible, or is it
So
all flooded?
it's again, there's only about maybe 10 feet of clearance above the level of this water, very very similar to the levels in which the dam had blocked it up to. And you immediately into the mouth, you see to about 50 feet in on kind of your left hand side, which would be the northern part of the inside of this tunnel. There does seem to be another opening extending into what looks like more would be underground, as you are kind of on the edge of this hilly terrain.
So, you said the lake is full of this black stuff, right?
Yeah.
And we also said that the river is flowing from Pisces down to Port Randus. That means whatever's putting the black stuff is prior to this lake. So
Yep.
where we're trying to go is going to be more towards Priceless then. We need to follow the river until we find out where this black stuff's going in.
Yeah, sounds right to me. It also looks like we wouldn't be able to get into this cave and it ends in a dam or anything without a boat.
Right.
So
that would be the next thing. If we get to Pisces and it's still...
if you really think this cave has treasure, that's the only way in.
Well,
It's going to be all covered in black stuff and water at this point.
so I'm saying, you saw what happened to those two. I don't want to get in a boat that's got black stuff all around us.
Yeah.
That could be the end of us. No treasure's worth that, so...
So maybe we go back and rest, and then we have to keep going north.
Yeah, I think we just head straight north from the camp until we run back into the river again.
Now, from what you remember, Shaft, does this cave with the dam seem like what Frederick was talking about?
Well, it said it was up that way in a cave, so it has to be in a mountainous area. And, if it's under the water inside there, we're not getting there anyway.
Well, according to the map, north of the regular lake, the river flows from the mountain.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
So maybe it's still further up yet.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's where we need to go.
Alright, so you want to go back and tell everyone what we saw?
Yep, that makes sense to me.
Alright.
Okay, and you guys make this round trip, and you get back to the camp, and Brendal is, now that he knows what he's creating, is handing out again another dose of this medicine to both Gozer and Thuft.
Hey guys, it looks like we're going to be heading north. There's really no way to get into that river and go into the cave without a boat. It's still black stuff all over the lake up there, and I'm thinking, based on what I was told, we're looking for a cave where the black stuff is starting, where it originates. So I think we're going to head more towards Pisces.
So do we need to procure a vessel?
I guess. I mean, we'll have to find out. I think we're going to go up. If we head straight north, we should run into the hills where the river flows through, and we'll see if the black stuff is still coming out of there.
We still haven't found the source of this black stuff, right? So
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
we're talking
We
about
need to keep going.
further north.
further north, like you said, and who knows where this is originating from, but keep looking.
Right. I say get a good night's rest and see how Gozer and Thuft are in the morning, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, cool. So you guys we'll just go through our standard watches here.
Okay.
Yep. Although I don't think we want Gozer to be awake by herself.
I don't think... I'm not worried about Gozer.
Going crazy like you were.
No, I think you're right. It's probably a good idea to have
She can
them...
do watch on the second half with me where I'm awake.
Gozer no watch.
You don't want to watch?
No. Gozer sleep.
They can camp about 60 feet away, and we'll watch for the night.
Gozer no go 60 feet away. Gozer just sleep.
I'm not going to be within 60 feet of you just yet.
Go away.
Yeah, you need to go away.
You go away. You.
Well, I can cover your watch, Gozer. That's no problem.
All right.
I'm gonna lay down next to the fire and go to sleep.
So maybe Shaft has to move 60 feet away.
I will move 60 feet from the fire and lay down and go to sleep.
Okay, so I'll start watch.
Brendal's with you again if you wanted to put in a few more hours into copying.
I do. Well, I have 10 gold left, so I could do one more first level spell, and then I'm out of gold.
Okay. Are you really? Because you did 20 golds worth, right?
Yeah, I had a total of 30 gold left.
Oh, so that the 50 you paid for scroll components you're not using as copying, because you could if you wanted to, we could just allocate that to.
Yeah, maybe that makes the most sense. Might as well get as much of this done while I've got the spare time. Okay.
All right, great. So another 20 gold and 2 hours can get you 2 levels worth of spells into your additional book here.
Okay.
So all your shifts kind of pass, and you all get the benefits of a long rest now. Gozer and Thuft, you, upon waking, can you both make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Oh no.
Oh no, here as well. 12.
That's with your -1 modifier?
Yeah.
Okay, Gozer, you are fine. And because you succeeded, you regain 1 point of con and 1 point of charisma. Thuft unfortunately failed, as he only got a 9. So he takes... Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
Leyland, don't do it.
He takes 24 necrotic damage.
What? Is he dead?
Thuft
He's
is
dead.
outright dead, as his current max hit point is only 11.
Oh
Oh,
That
rip.
exceeds his maximum hit point, like doubled, right?
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
2. As the boils on Thuft, they start popping and exploding.
no! Oh.
And he starts to scream in pain, and they pop and they start to coat him and cover him. More boils just sprout up instantly and immediately start to pop as this whole disease just spreads through his body, and he just becomes this mass of boiled flesh as he just falls to the ground dead. Oh my goodness.
No.
There's like so much silence right now. Oh, wow. What's Gozer looking like?
Is Gozer even aware of this? I mean, I guess she'd maybe
Well, if he
wake
was
up with him
screaming,
screaming.
yeah. I'd have woken up and seen it. And
This is after your long rest.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is
We
not
woke up in
during.
the
This
morning.
is
Yeah.
yeah. Everyone is awake and witnesses this.
Oh, crap. That's not a good death.
no!
Gozer, your boils they seem to have started to subside as you made your successful save.
So I'm going to walk over to Gozer slowly and sort of look at her wounds. And does it look like she's getting better?
Yes, the boils do noticeably look like they are reduced in amount and size.
I'll go. Gozer, how you feeling?
I'm gonna just punch him.
Make an attack. Are you gonna rage?
No, just flat out punch. So it's an unarmed attack, so I'm adding my strength bonus.
Yeah.
21.
That hits.
So 1 plus your strength in damage.
4 damage.
Bryn's gonna keep her
I'm gonna
distance.
punch you and then I'm gonna push you as hard as I can.
All right, do I get something for the push?
Yeah, you want to make a strength check, a contested strength. Athletics if you're trained in it. Or dex, or acrobatics.
Let's do acrobatics. That's better. 19.
It goes, you want to make a strength, another strength check to push him.
That's just a 14.
Shaft, you're able to kind of sidestep her, sort of near senseless, but desperate push as she's just clearly distraught.
Is it distraught or is it in anger? Can I tell the difference?
I don't know. What do you think goes?
Probably both. Well, very, very, very distraught.
How about I do an insight check?
Gozer's gonna actually just fall to her knees and just stare at Thuft's body.
All right, Shaft, make an insight. Okay, make an insight.
If I fail, I'm going to think she's after me. Because from my perspective, you have this disease, and you could be going off.
Sure, this could be the same thing that is afflicting Victor.
That is a 19.
You can tell that Gozer is affected by Thuft's sudden and gruesome death.
Bryn looks over at Brendal and she's like, "Do you have a potion to bring him back?"
I cannot bring back the dead.
You can't? Can
What
you,
about-
Falzarin?
What
Come on.
about? No, this is.
What did Izzy teach you?
far
She brings
beyond.
people back to life.
What if he pulls out the potion of the black sample he took? What if...
That's what I'm saying. What if we reanimate him, with the goo?
And he kind of steps
I
up to
don't know.
Gozer and places it in front of her. I believe it should be Gozer's choice.
I'll look at it and I'll just push it aside. Not good life.
And Brendal will pick it back up and put it back into his bag as he kind of gives you an understanding nod.
All right, at least she had the choice.
I'm gonna start digging a hole.
Okay.
Does
Can I help
Does-
you, Gozer?
Thuft have anything on him that Bryn might find?
Oh yeah, you go ahead. You try and loot Thuft's body. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so Bryn looks at Gozer. Can we at least make use of his life by in his memory wielding his sword or spending his pearls on something?
I'll take the brooch off. The brooch of intimidation.
And as you reach for it, Gozer, you kind of notice clutched in Thuft's hand is a pearl. The last thing you ever gifted to him.
Oh wow.
That got me.
Oh. It got you or it got Gozer? Oh.
Oh, this is really sad. This is super sad. Oh no.
This took
I
a
really
turn.
like Thuft.
Roleplay is real, you guys. Roleplay is real.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go collectively blow our noses.
Okay.
So you burying him?
If Gozer will let me, I'm gonna help dig as well.
Yeah, I'll
But
let
I
you.
appreciate that she's
Yeah.
a little bit sensitive right now, so I'm gonna approach kind of
What
very
about-
cautiously.
Even after what Bryn said, can Bryn dig?
No.
No.
No. But I am going to take the brooch and I'm going to throw it in your direction.
I'll grab it. I'll pocket that.
Brendal would also like to aid in digging.
Shaft will not. Shaft's a little pissed right now.
Brendal is not one to get his hands dirty, using his mage hand to dig out little fistfuls of dirt.
Just a little tiny bit.
What is it?
5-pound
Maximum
limit.
5 pounds.
Yeah,
of
up to 5 pounds of dirt.
At least I got a brooch out of it. Gosh.
I'm gonna wait until it looks like everybody's sort of got him buried and had their moments of silence, and then I'm gonna say, "Okay, I think it's time we keep moving and start walking."
I would perhaps like to say a few words. I mean, in complete respect for my king.
Go for it.
Well, I did not know Thuft very long, and he clearly took a liking to me, and I to him, as I have never served royalty before. I mourn this loss. I feel just as much as the rest of you, and I do hope that my presence here can help to fill some type of void that he may leave behind.
Gozer's gonna jump up, round on Brendal, and say, "You failed!" and then stalk off in the direction that we were headed.
He kind of bows his head and sighs. She's right. I failed Thuft, and calls back, "I will not fail you. I will cure you."
Gozer does the equivalent of flicking him off.
And Brendal kind of falls silent in it. That's all he has to say.
Well, he was a good trap finder. I'll give him that. And then turn around and walk away.
Found those spikes like the best of them.
Okay,
All right.
I think we're heading north.
Okay.
We're heading north. Bryn still thinks like Thuft had more on him that could have been useful, but
You want to go dig him up?
I am not going to dig him up, no. But, she just keeps the brooch in her pocket and her hands on it, and she's just like, well, at least I got the brooch.
So is all that you took Gozer from Thuft's body was his brooch? Did you kind of like bury him with his weapons and
Yes.
the pearl?
Yep. The pearls. No, I'm gonna pocket the pearl.
Okay.
Love only goes so far.
No, you bury a warrior with their weapons.
I'm just saying you took the pearl for the money, right?
No, I took the pearl as a memento, you asshole.
I didn't think that way.
The treasured item now.
Okay, start heading north.
So you guys kind of head directly north. Now, you are kind of, I imagine, just like skirting this lake now, basically. This newly formed lake. Now all of you see that the lake water itself is also contaminated with this black slime as you are traveling north. So for you to head directly north, you would travel for 2 hours would get you to another kind of batch of hills, and also kind of where the river bends towards, like northeasterly towards Pisces.
Okay.
As we're walking, I want to try and incorporate the pearl into the necklace that I have with the tusk.
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
So crafty.
I won't be mean and make you roll a sleight of hand and potentially lose the pearl into the lake water. But
What if Erica is the black sludge?
so is that kind of, again, it's only a couple hours of travel. I don't know if you want to RP some stuff, or is everyone's kind of silent?
I think everybody will
I
be
am
sort of
definitely
quiet.
silent.
Yeah, we're all feeling a bit down.
Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing to Gozer, because then next time it won't go as well.
It won't be just the hand.
I don't know if Bryn's feeling a sadness or more of like don't step on Gozer's toes. Yeah.
Right. So you hit where this river kind of bends easterly, and you now can see that at this section of river, the water appears to be clear.
Okay. This is good information. I think we need to follow the river until we find where the black stuff enters. What's everybody's thoughts?
Well, if the water's clear here, then we've passed the place where...
Right. We just need to follow... Oh, we followed the lake all the way up, didn't we?
So you would need to basically backtrack kind of
Yeah.
more west if you wanted to follow the river west back down to where the flooded lake begins. You could do that. That would be traveling away from Pisces.
So the caves, we can see like the mountainous area there. Do we see any cave entrances or anything like that?
Why doesn't
in the
everyone
hills?
roll me a perception?
Can I ask a quick question that can be scrapped from the episode?
Yeah.
Could I have used inspiration on Thuft's saving throw?
No.
Okay, it's only on myself?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Is that 18 for Falls Rim?
8 for Gozer.
What did we roll? Perception?
Perception, yeah.
19.
22.
Everyone can clearly see that this river enters kind of another underground tunneled section of this new batch of hills. But other than that entrance, there doesn't, in the immediate vicinity and within visual range of the party, there are no other cave entrances that can be spotted.
Well, I think we have to follow the river, backtrack a little bit, and find out when we start seeing the black stuff entering the water.
Yeah, we need to find the source.
So you're wanting to go downstream.
I mean, unless you have a better... I mean, part of me says go into the cave if we can, but apparently
We're on
it's
this
just
trip
sort of
for the magical items. Let's go to the cave.
Right, but it sounds like the same situation. We're going to have a boat or something to go in there, right?
Oh, there's not like... Because it's not so flooded, there's not like a pathway?
I mean, that's what I think we just saw, right? There's no path on the side of this river and into the mountains.
Okay.
Yes, in this new tunnel, there is no other area to walk. Like the river kind of it reaches from either side of this tunnel, right? Like it's completely waterlocked.
So we need a boat.
You would if you wanted to avoid getting into the water. Yes.
And we'd be rowing upstream too, so against the current. So let's just head down towards until we find out where this black stuff comes in, and maybe there's another way to get into a passageway or cave or something there.
Well, I mean, we've walked along this river and by this lake, and we haven't seen any boats or any ports of notice. So I don't think we're gonna find a boat. Don't you want to just go a little bit into the cave and see what we find?
All right, I'm not gonna swim.
Why not?
I'm not gonna go swimming up into a cave. Who knows what the hell's in there?
I mean, the whole point was to go in the cave.
Right, I'll walk into the cave, or I'll take a boat in the cave, but I'm not gonna swim into a cave.
Well, we could always find out how deep the water is first.
I tell you what I would be interested in doing is going to the cave entrance, and you swim up there and tell if there's some place we can get off into the water. I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we go to the opening, see how deep it is, maybe like a few feet in there, like there's a landing
Yeah, you convinced me. We're here, right? Anybody
That
else?
seems reasonable. We're already here. Might as well take a look while we're here.
Sure.
Okay, so who is wading into this river then?
I will. I say, you know what? I grew up on an island. I'm a pretty good
This
swimmer.
isn't like PTSD for you?
Why don't don't worry about me, Bryn.
He doesn't like ships. He's like, I'll swim.
So how deep is the water at the entrance to the cave?
So here it seems to be about 15 or so feet deep.
Okay.
Obviously, but so the mouth of this tunnel is much smaller than the first one you encountered with the dam in it, as it spans. The height of this one is only about 15 to 20 feet, kind of varied in sections. And you can tell, though, the inside of this one does not look like it's been tooled or carved into at all. It's very rough and naturally formed. The only smooth sections are kind of where the water has, continuously run over the centuries and carved its way through so basically below the surface of this river bed. In this tunnel now, also the bottom of it changes from more sandy, like you would maybe find in this lake, to stone.
Okay. So I'll wade in as far as I can go before I have to start swimming,
Okay.
and then I will swim into the entrance.
Well, I was gonna say, could you potentially like stick to the edge and it's still shallower, or no?
Yeah, you could certainly attempt to hug the walls of this tunnel. Absolutely.
Okay. You said it's about how wide? The total...
This tunnel, again, much smaller than that first one. It's only 15 feet wide.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that. I will wade in and try and remain in shallow enough water as I'm making my way in so that I can
I look
keep
over
walking.
at Shaft and I'm like, look how far he's come. He doesn't have a rope around him or anything.
I'm proud of him.
Good boy.
And Brendal will certainly follow you, Falzern.
Okay.
I will not let you go by yourself. I mean, God knows what's in this tunnel.
Pick up some pebbles and start just pinging them at them while they're going through the river.
Oh no, here we go.
Especially Brendal, just targeting him.
Gozer, what do you... Quit horsing around, Gozer. This is serious business.
Gozer no have horse.
Alright, so how far are you guys going? Or I want to still keep you in sight or hear you.
So again, this tunnel is there's no light. It's completely dark.
So the human can't see anything.
Yes, that's true. Brendal does
Brendal
have
is blind.
trouble seeing, absolutely.
Forgot Brendal was human.
The first 50 feet into this tunnel is kind of dim light from the sunlight kind of shining into it from the outside. As today is a clear, a few, big poofy white clouds, but very sparse cloud coverage, so it's quite sunny.
Thanks for that description.
Well, I knew you were going to ask, so I figured I'd give it ahead of time.
I really wanted to know about the poofy clouds.
So as soon as we get to the point where it starts to become dark enough that Brendal's not going to see, or be able to see easily, I'll tell him, why don't you stay here? I'll keep going forward a little ways, see what I can see, and I can yell back to you if I get into any trouble. I don't want you to be blind in here.
Yes, my footing is a little unsure as it is. I certainly traveling in the darkness would not be ideal. So yes,
Okay.
be sure to shout very loudly should anything grab you.
Yes, I will. So I will go up to 60 feet in further to see if anything stands out.
So that's puts you about 110 feet into this tunnel, and it does start to kind of slowly curve to the right, which would, looking at the map, be like easternly. Okay. And you come to a section that starts to fully, almost like the loop of like a J, right? Like that kind of severe of a curve. And before you kind of travel this curve and then would be out of sight of anyone that could see you this far in, immediately or on the other side of this tunnel is you see another opening that seems to be partially submerged, as now it is evident that even this, as small as it is, this section of the river has also been subject to this backup that this dam has created. So very clearly the water is just continuing to rise as more of it flows into and then is stopped by that dam.
Right. So how long would it have taken him to get to this point?
Oh, not very long, like a minute tops, depending on... Like, he's moving more slowly than you would normally walking, obviously, to prevent completely falling in. But, yeah, a minute.
We wouldn't be too antsy yet, but...
But, Bryn, you could see... You could basically see up to where he gets due to the sunlight, and then your dark vision past that.
Okay.
So I'm going to holler back at Brendal and the rest of the group and say, there seems to be this kind of tunnel and river flowing through it bends up ahead, but right where I'm at, there seems to be another little fork that goes off and may lead to something of interest. You guys don't need to swim if you wanted to wade in here to where I am or to where Brendal is. It's shallow enough that you can walk.
Don't have to tell me
twice. Does anyone
twice.
want to come in?
Bryn hops in.
Great, and so the water level is about up to like knee level, so it's a little rough for Shaft, but still he could follow the same path and not be fully submerged.
Okay, reluctantly I will.
Gozer will slowly get up and slowly follow them.
So while they're making their way in, I'm gonna go for a swim towards this little opening that I see.
Okay, and you cross this 15-foot. Why don't you just make a quick strength check against the current as you get fully submerged here.
You don't have to check your strength, Falzer.
That's right. Yeah. I think I get a +5 to strength checks, don't I? So that's an 8.
Yeah, the current isn't particularly strong. With a bit of splashing around, you're able to make it to this mouth of this additional tunnel.
And it's almost fully submerged, you said?
Yeah, so you see that the what would be the ceiling of it, it kind of starts to angle downwards, basically kind of creating this between the level of the water and the angle of it would be like almost like this right angle triangle, kind of. And you see that yes, the water level has risen above and flooded where the descended section of this tunnel. For how deep it goes, you can't quite tell. Is again, it is dark in here, and there's not any visibility into the water.
Okay, I'm gonna take a big gulp of air and start swimming underwater into this cavern.
Okay. So diving down, make me another strength check.
So you have to swim into the entrance?
12.
You guys would each have to make your own check to get over to it.
Well, we're almost there.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry, Falzarin, you waited till they got up to you, and then you kind of jaunted over, or while they're traveling?
After I had told them, come on in, I started swimming over, and then I would assume that only took me a handful of seconds to cross the river. And
So as the rest of you are entering this tunnel and catching up, Brendal, I think, is going to stay where he has visibility, as again, he can't see anything. The rest of the party catches up and just in time to see Falzarin just kind of dive in, and you make it to where he crossed. So Falzarin, you dive in, and very limited visibility. You can only see about 20 feet or so in any direction around you. But you get down to the bottom of this tunnel, and you see that it's a pretty severe incline of this roof, maybe about 45 degree angle kind of. But you swim for maybe 50 or 60 feet, and you get kind of like the bottom of this dip as the elevation begins to rise again. And swimming upwards for another 40 or 50, you breach again. You hit the surface of like a plumbing like U-trap, right? That's kind of what is the water is settled in between this dip of this tunnel, and you do find solid ground on the other side.
I look over at Shaft and I'm like, look at that guy. He's so adventurous all of a sudden. You promise him
Yeah.
magical items. Jeez.
He's been down there a long time. He's probably dead.
Well, I'm thinking there must be an air bubble on the other side or something.
I'm not diving down in there until I see his head come back up here and let us know.
Would we be able to see him come back up?
on the
Or is it blocked?
Do you want to get over to the mouth of the tunnel that he went into, Bryn?
Yeah. I thought that's where we were going, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. If you want to cross as well, then you can just roll me a strength check.
Sure.
And do I see anything when
My
I...
strength's only 9.
Okay, that's fine. You're able to, again, kind of fighting this current. You're able to get to the tunnel, and Bryn, you peering into the water, again, limited visibility. You do not see any sign of Falzarin.
Do you see his body over there?
No, I don't see anything.
I mean, shit, it's been like, what, a couple minutes now, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't have a watch.
Well, I mean, are you gonna dive down and try to find him?
Well, yeah, I'm a better swimmer than him. I'll get through.
His body have anything you want to loot?
What is happening over there?
Don't mind
somebody
her.
fill me in. Is Falzarin okay?
Well,
We don't know where he went.
he dove down and underneath the water a few minutes ago. So, yeah, he's probably fine.
Bryn's gonna dive down.
Okay, hold on a sec. So Falzy, on this other side here,
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's no light. You don't see any like torches or anywhere. But this tunnel does continue forward for another 100 feet. I guess that's past your dark vision. You see it. You see it. Just the tunnel just continues. So at the extent of your 60-foot dark vision, it doesn't. It just looks like it's a straight tunnel.
And did you see there isn't any land at the sides to stand on, or it's...
Well, no. So you've come up and now you're on like no longer in the water. You're out of the water.
Yeah,
oh,
he
I
said
see.
there was
It's-
land.
I gotcha. Okay, so this is not continuation of the river. We're now on solid ground.
You now have found this kind of branching pathway.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn around and swim back.
So does he run into me?
Yeah, as you're plugging your nose and about to dive in, Falzarin
Bryn doesn't plug her nose. Come on.
Oh, right, you can just breathe out, I guess. Falzarin emerges from this tunnel once more and kind of, surprise each other maybe a little bit.
Jeez.
Ah,
Whoa,
Damn.
Bryn, I'm flattered that you're so worried about me that you're coming
Oh,
to
I
check on
wasn't
me.
worried about you. I wanted whatever you were getting into.
Oh, I see.
You can't get all the treasure yourself, and I don't trust what you come back and tell us.
Well, there's not that much treasure on the other side of this.
When it comes to magic, I don't trust you.
So, all kidding aside, I did not see any treasure, but for anyone who's willing to swim a little ways, this is just a short little tunnel. You got to hold your breath for a little while, and up on the other side, it's dry land. This opens up into a small, kind of a winding cave that I couldn't see the end of, but it leads somewhere. This could lead to all of this treasure that Shaft's buddy told us about. So I think we should swim through this and see where this goes.
Yeah, come on, Shaft. You already got your goggles on.
all right. You guys lead
Bring
the
your
way.
swim cap.
Now, Brendal, I know you can't see, but I can try and lead you if you want to hold on.
And that's our show. Our intro and outro music was created by Josh Jarvis. For your own musical inquiries, contact jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. All other music and ambient noise is courtesy of tabletopaudio.com. The Incorrigible Party is sponsored by Critical Hit Design. Visit criticalhitdesign.com for all of your graphic design needs. You can find more info on the characters and world at incorrigibleparty.com. Enjoying the show? Have any questions or rules corrections? Email us. contact@incorrigibleparty.com or reach out on social media. The Incorrigible Party on Facebook and Instagram, @IncorrigiblePar on Twitter, using the hashtag AfterPartyIP for a shout out during our behind the screen after party episodes that drop every 4th release. Happy adventuring!